Good evening, East Lansing, and welcome to the Channel 3 News at 9 o'clock. I'm Matt Sheehan, alongside with Sarah Drummond, to give you today's top news.
That's right, Matt. Today's headlines include East Lansing Public Schools closing and how it will affect Michigan State, the latest developments coming out of the Capitol, and the Red Wings gearing up for round 2 of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
All that more, but first line of business tonight, we have the lead on the public housing situation coming out of Chicago. A story that has removed people from their homes and split the city in two.
In a story that is fairly new, the structures that make the centerpiece of the story are not new at all. The Chicago public housing situation has been around since the 1930s, which was meant to be designated as traditional housing for unemployed workers and immigrants that were looking for a cheap place to live.
All seemed to work fairly well until a mayor by the name of Richard J. Daley stepped into office in the 50s. Daley was looking to step into the housing situation by constructing high-rises in the city in order to segregate Chicago's growing black population. The public living high-rises, however, ran into a few problems right off the bat since they were put into already high-populated cities that included crime. They were also targets of racial scrutiny due to the fact that the buildings were promoting segregation throughout the city.
Not only was that a problem, but due to World War II, Chicago's budget tightened, leaving the public housing suffering by having routine building maintenance and local police absent. Also, due to the lack of funds, the construction done on these buildings was very low quality, and repairs were very seldom made, leaving holes in the walls, utilities unusable, and insect-infested rooms.
Now, years after the buildings were put up, they are now being torn down by Richard M. Daley, son of the mayor that initially set up the housing program. The relocation process has taken 10 years and has affected over 12,000 inner-city Chicago families.
But the Chicago Housing Authority does have their reasons behind the demolition. By knocking down the houses, the city plans to move families into mixed-income neighborhoods around the city. By this, they are looking to transform the lives of the former public housing residents and reconstruct the formerly corrupt communities into renovated, healthy neighborhoods.
Another stat that Chicago would be looking forward to inflate is the number of jobs and independent lifestyles for public housing families, but it's not all field of roses so far. According to the Chicago Housing Authority, 97% of all CHA families who relocated to the private market moved to a neighborhood with poverty levels greater than 23.49% poverty or African American population greater than 30%. For further comment, we interviewed Chicago policeman Mr. John Valtier.
We will be updating you on the development throughout the story. But now, a word from our sponsors.